Hi, welcome back to Toadstool Tarot. I haven't done a deck modification in a while, so I thought I'd pop on here real quick and show you. I got a little bit scissor happy last night and decided I would try to trim the borders off my Tarot de Maria Celia, which I ordinarily wouldn't recommend, but this deck is still readily available at a reasonable price. So I thought, well, if I mess it up, I can always rebuy it. It comes in a tin. I've always liked those tarots in a tin. The original one has this little border on it, and I love this deck. I had three minuscule reservations about this deck. One is I wasn't thrilled with this border. Secondly, they had the U.S. Games copyright, and I don't know. I'm going to be hard-pressed, I think, to buy any more U.S. Games decks because even though I love their cardstock, I don't like seeing those copyrights on the cards. And thirdly, they were pressed out from a machine, an industrial press, that left the edges of the cards with a sort of a sharp lip on them, so they didn't feel completely comfortable to work with. So I thought, all right, I'm going to try a trim on these. It'll get rid of the borders, the copyrights, and that rough edge. So, and you can see, it does make the cards a little smaller, but you can see the difference in the back without the borders, which already I think is an improvement. So I'm just going to show you, I'm just going to walk through quick, see what you think. They still have, if they're majors or court cards, they still have labels on the tops and bottoms, but I think now they look more like little old-fashioned cards. The sharp edges feel gone now. The copyrights are gone. The borders are gone on most of them. Well, you'll see once we get out of the majors. I feel like I think maybe this is an improvement, but I'm going to have to live with them a little bit longer to see whether I'm using them more now. See how pretty that is without any border? I'm getting much more into Marseille these days and deciding which are my favorite Marseille decks, and this is one of them. But now it's almost a different deck framed this way. Okay, now here we have no borders, and some of the images come pretty darn close to the edge without a border. What do you think? Some of you like borders, some of you don't like borders. This does make the card a little bit smaller, but it's still a manageable size. It's only slightly smaller than tin size. It's not as small as a mini deck. Perhaps an advantage to these trimmed borders is that if you have limited table space when you're doing layouts, you might get a little bit more mileage out of these because they're slightly smaller, so you can fit more cards on the table in a spread. I'm going kind of fast with these, but you know, I have a full walkthrough already that you can check out previously with the borders on, so I can tell you, share all my thoughts there on when I actually got the deck. I did have fun. Deck modding can be fun. I did it with scissors. I don't have one of those Fiskars guillotine cutters. I do get pretty decent results with a pair of scissors. I'm pretty careful. Though it's a little bit painstaking. What I really love playing with is my corner rounder. That is just a $10 corner rounder I got on Amazon, and it's so much fun. So I don't know. I haven't decided whether I should replace this with another copy in a tin while it's still available at a cheap price, or whether this is enough. I'll be playing with this over the next few days and making a decision, I guess, one way or the other. This seems to be my month for Marseille. I bought about 4 or 5 different decks, and I have several others on the way. So there you have it. There they are. You can see the size difference, how much it took off. It's about, you can see where the red is, that's where it came off.